Oi. Hi guys, Katie Beth here. I hope you're doing well. Happy November. Sorry I've been a little inconsistent with my uploading schedule, but life's just been a little bit busy the past couple weeks, and hopefully I can be a little bit more consistent and get some more videos out. But today I wanted to film a video for you guys that these are types of videos that I personally enjoy watching, and hopefully some of you will enjoy this as well. But I've been watching a lot of what's in my bag videos, and I kind of wanted to do something like that. I know it's cliche, I know it's overdone, but I enjoy watching them, and I wanted to do a what's in my bag but travel edition, because it's that time of year with especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. Everybody's traveling, whether it's driving, flying, myself included. I will be flying back to Ohio for a couple weeks for Christmas, and I thought I would share with you guys some things that I normally keep in my carry-on bag for when I fly, things that help me get through the flight, and just some kind of, maybe these will be some things that you haven't thought about before when you travel, that you might be like, oh yeah, that'd be great to throw in my bag. Or maybe some of you will watch this and go, oh my lord, Katie Beth, that is a bit obsessive, you do not need all of that. Or maybe you'll really just enjoy watching a video like this, or maybe you won't, I don't know. I have not done a video like this before, so I thought I would try it and see what you guys think. Now, the bag that I'll be using to travel this season, I got from Target a couple months ago, and it's a little backpack here. It's black, it's faux leather, and I think it was about $25-ish, so it's really not expensive at all. It's good quality, it's sturdy, and what I like about it is it has multiple compartments here. So you've got the inside of the bag, and then there's like a little zipper pocket area, as well as two little pocket areas out here and two little side pockets as well. I think it's really important when you're traveling to get a small-ish bag, because you don't want to be lugging around a huge bag, because normally for me, the bigger the bag, the more I tend to overpack. And also, I know that it's so annoying for both you and other people traveling. When you're getting on that airplane, you've got like big old bags on your side, and you're trying to like wobble down the aisleway to get to your seat, and you're knocking everybody in the head, and you're ticking everyone off, and you're trying to get to your seat. You get stuck on a seat or stuck on a person, and you're holding everything up, and it's just really annoying. And so I think it's really gonna be nice to have a backpack this year that I can literally just like sling over my shoulder, put behind me, and it won't really be in anyone's way. And like I said, it's big enough that I can fit the stuff I need into it, but it's also small enough that it's not going to take up too much room on an airplane, which, as we all know, can be an issue. And it's just gonna be just right for traveling this season. Now, this next thing here is something that doesn't go in the bag, although I guess you could shove it in there if you wanted to, but it can attach to the bag, and it's one of those neck pillows. And this one I got at a hospital gift shop last year. I was in Ohio for almost a month last Christmas season because my dad had surgery. And so I stayed an extra couple weeks to help him and my mom out while he was recovering. But we spent a lot of time at the hospital in Ohio, and my mom and I were bored one day, and so we went down to the gift shop, and I saw this, and I was like, you know, I actually don't have one of these. And ever since I moved to LA, I've started traveling a lot more, especially by airplane, and so I was like, you know, one of these would be really nice to have. And so it's nice to just like stick it around, lean up against the window. Don't lean on the person next to you, you'll probably tick them off. But it's nice just to have a little like place to put your head to kind of nod off. And like I said, this one clips like this, so you can put it around your carry-on bag or your suitcase, or whatever you're bringing on the plane, and or you can just like slip it around your arm. But if you don't have one of these and you travel a lot, I think it's worth the investment. To be honest, I don't remember how much this cost, but I would say anywhere between like $10 and $20 for one of these. And like I said, I think it's totally worth it. So the first thing that I would have in my carry-on bag, first and foremost, would be my wallet. It's nice to have a little wristlet wallet like this when you're traveling because you can just throw it over your wrist, and you can keep all of your important stuff in there without having to like bring your big old purse with you. So I normally, like, I will travel around with a purse while I'm home or whatnot, but when I travel, I try to put as much as I can in my little wristlet and then just travel with that in my carry-on bag. It just makes life a lot easier. But I'll keep my money and my cards and insurance cards and all of that important adult stuff that you need in my little wristlet. This is 9 West. I've actually had and I've been using this wristlet for quite a while now. My mom and I went to Nordstrom a few years ago. It was definitely before I moved out to LA, and they were having a huge sale on a lot of designer bags. I think it was even like buy one get one free or something. Like, it was a huge thing that they were having. So my mom and I decided to get some new purses since neither one of us had bought new purses in a while. And so I bought a 9 West purse that looked just like this design, but also came with a little wristlet. And I use this wristlet all the time. I've been using it, like I said, for probably 2 or 3 years. To be honest, I could probably do with a new one, but I really like this one. I like the colors, and it's really great quality, and it has not let me down thus far. The next thing I would have in my bag is my cell phone. Obviously, I mean, pretty much everybody has a cell phone these days. But going off of that, another thing that I would carry with me, and I actually only have part of it right now, I have the charger for a portable cell phone charger. And the reason I only have the charger is because I actually lost the portable cell phone charger, which, you know, oh well. But the reason I threw this in here is, one, because I think it's so important to have a portable cell phone charger with you. As much as I hate to say that we are so reliant on cell phones, we really are, and it's especially important to keep yours charged when you're traveling, because, you know, if there's any changes in your itinerary right while you're traveling, it's important to be able to contact your family or your friends or whoever you're going to visit and let them know, like, hey, I'm going to be in later, I'm going to be in earlier, etc., etc. It's also important, a lot of airlines these days, they have you sign up for text updates, and so you can get updates from the airlines saying, like, you know, the gate number has changed or the flight's been delayed 20 minutes or something. Also, you know, listening to music, playing games, you know, when you've got a 3-hour layover and wherever, you know, it's fun to have your cell phone with you. That's just 2016. But so I think it's really important to make sure that you always have a backup charge for that. And the other reason why I threw this in here is to remind me to get another portable cell phone charger before I travel, because, you know, it terrifies me to be stuck somewhere and not have a working cell phone. So if there's anything that you take away from this video today, I highly suggest that you get a portable cell phone charger, because I know that I need another one. So the next thing that I usually have in my carry-on bag is my iPad mini. Now I normally keep this with me when traveling because I have the Kindle app on here, and so if I'm in the mood to read a book while I'm at the airport or on the plane, this is really convenient to have. I think I prefer traveling with an iPad mini that has the Kindle app on it, or if you have a Kindle, traveling with that. I prefer doing that because sometimes, depending on what book I'm reading, if it's like a big old chunky book, that can kind of be a hassle to travel with. Whereas if you have it all just like on your Kindle or your iPad, it just makes it a lot easier to travel with. These things are thin, they're light, and so I highly recommend bringing one of those with you if you have one. And if you want to read, I mean, at least that's just what I carry around with me. Another thing that I always bring with me when I travel, whether it's by car, airplane, whatever, is my Nintendo 3DS, because I'm a huge video game junkie, and sometimes you just like to play some video games while you're on the road or in the air. And having one of these is fantastic. It's great to travel with. The battery lasts for a while, and so I just, whenever I'm traveling, I always make sure I bring this with me, and it keeps me entertained for many, many hours. I also be sure to throw my planner or my calendar in my carry-on bag. This is where I write down everything, appointments, notes, contact information, anything important that I have, I always write it down in here. A lot of you probably put it in your phone. That's fine. I just kind of like to write things down. I'm a list person. I like to write things down, check things off. And so I like having this with me. It keeps me organized, and especially if I'm traveling like many different places and I have a tight schedule, and when I go home I need to do this, or when I come back I need to do this, or if I'm traveling somewhere for like business or whatever, this is my to-do list while I'm there, and it helps me stay organized. And so this is another thing that I always keep in my carry-on bag. All right, so on to the smaller stuff. I always keep with me a little travel emergency bag, and what I keep in here is just some things like I've got a little baggie of Band-Aids, I've got earplugs in case the person next to me is snoring and it's driving me nuts. These don't necessarily block out all of the sound, but they can help a little bit. If you're looking to get a little shut-eye while you're on the flight, and like I said, the person next to you is snoring, or they're watching a movie on their iPad and it's really loud and it's driving you nuts, I always just be sure to carry these around with me just in case. I've also got some Tums in here in case I get heartburn or an upset stomach, and that can kind of help calm things down as well. I keep Airborne in here. I also have some packets of Emergency, which is basically the same thing. Little pro tip, something that I always do before I travel. Now, I was actually thinking about making a video talking about ways to prevent getting sick, or if you do get sick, ways that I take care of myself. Just because it's that time of year where I feel like everybody gets sick. I usually get sick at some point in the next few months every year. November, December, January, I usually always catch a little something, and so I was thinking about making a little video about that. If I do this next thing that I'm going to tell you about, I would definitely put in there. But anyways, I'll go ahead and say it now. The thing that I always like to do before I travel is I take one of these emergency packets. You can find these at any drugstore really, or grocery store, Target, anything like that. They're always like with the vitamins or where the Airborne is or stuff like that. This is in the flavor raspberry, and what I love to do is I like to just take like 8 ounces of orange juice and mix this in with it. You need to stir it really well, and then I drink that usually like before I go to the airport or before like I get in the car for a long road trip or something. And the combination of the vitamins and the emergency and the orange juice combined will knock out anything that you might get. It's such a great preventative tool before you travel, because as disgusting as it is and as disgusting as it sounds, airplanes breed germs. It's nasty, and so I just think it's so important. Because the last thing you want to do when you're traveling home for like Thanksgiving or Christmas is get off the plane and then get a cold the next day, and then you spend your entire trip homesick. Nobody wants to do that. So I think it's so important to take care of yourself even before you even leave to go to the airport. And so I always drink one of these before I leave, and then I keep a few with me just in case I start feeling a little bit ill, like at the airport or even on the plane. You can order like some ginger ale or something and throw this in there, and it's really good. But I always keep a few of these on me as well. And then I also have some cough drops in here because nobody likes having to deal with a cough on the airplane. It annoys you, it annoys everybody around you, and it's always just good to have some of those with you while you're traveling in case you get that tickle in your throat. Kind of going along with the emergency and the airborne, I always keep hand sanitizer on me. Now I like to keep mine in a little, what are these things called? Pocket thingies. Anyways, I think these are really convenient. I always put this on the outside of my bag because whenever I need hand sanitizer, the last thing I want to do is try to be digging around in my bag trying to find it. I think these are especially important when you're on the airplane because I hate using the bathrooms on airplanes. They're just not what I enjoy doing. And so I always make sure I have hand sanitizer on me and I use it religiously. Like I said earlier, airplanes breed germs. You know, one person sneezes next to you, that's in the air the rest of the trip, it ain't going nowhere. So I religiously use hand sanitizer while I travel. This one I got from CVS and it also has aloe in it, which helps too because, you know, if you use too much hand sanitizer, it can definitely make your hands dry. So this kind of helps with that as well. I also like to keep a mask with me in case, for whatever reason, maybe the airline keeps the lights on or something and you just want to close your eyes and not have to deal with the brightness around you. This is really nice and convenient to have, and it folds up and it's really small. It doesn't take up a lot of room. So I always keep that with me just in case I want to take a little snooze on the plane. I also keep some of these Shout Wipe and Go pads with me just in case I spill something on myself in the airport or on the airplane. These really help remove stains. That way you don't get off the plane looking like a slob. So I always keep those with me as well. These are also just another like staple that I keep in my purse every day, just because I'm a klutz and I tend to spill stuff on me. So like I said, I always have these with me just because of who I am. I also keep a little compact mirror with me. It's nice to have so that way if you need to reapply some makeup before you get off the plane, you know, you're going to meet your, I don't know, whoever, and you don't want to look like total and complete hell because let's be honest, everybody looks like hell when they get off the plane. It's always nice to just kind of keep one of those with you, or if you need to like put your contacts in and out or something on the plane and you need to use a mirror. I think it's just kind of important to keep around. You never know when you might need it. And although I guess on your cell phones, they've always got the camera that you can turn around and use as well. Sometimes you just need a mirror. I don't know. I always keep some lip balm with me. I think something about airplanes is always so dry. And so like my lips get really chapped, my hands get chapped, which going along with that, I always keep some hand lotion with me as well. This is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte and I got this from Bath & Body Works. It smells delicious and I really like it because it doesn't like leave you oily. So it's just enough to moisturize your hands. It smells good. Be cautious. A lot of people on the plane might not like the smell of this, so I would use it sparingly. Or you can just get like a neutral lotion if you'd like as well. But normally, like if I really need some, I'll just put a little bit on. That way it's not like overwhelming pumpkin in everybody's faces. And then this is the Blistex medicated lip balm that I live by. I love this stuff. It keeps my lips moisturized, and in case they ever get like really dried out, it's medicated too, so that helps. I also keep some mints or gum with me. In this case, I have the Icebreakers mints. Because if you get off a plane and your breath doesn't smell like shit, you're lying. I don't know what it is, but my breath always stinks when I get off an airplane. I've even noticed like some airlines, like you walk off the plane and they'll have like a bowl of mints when you like get back into the airport, and I'm like, that's so funny, like that they have that. But I've only seen that like once or twice, so I usually keep some mints on me. That way whoever's picking me up at the airport, I'm not like, hey, sorry, my breath stinks. If you're a contact lens wearer like me, I normally keep some contact solution and contact case with me. Now normally when I travel, I just wear my glasses because I just can't be bothered with wearing contacts. The older I've gotten, the more sensitive I've gotten to wearing contacts for a long period of time. So normally on the plane, just in case like I doze off or something, I don't want to do that with my contacts in. So normally I just wear my glasses, but in case I maybe forget to take my contacts out, or I want to put them back in, or whatever, I just always make sure I have a little bit of contact solution on me just in case. Speaking of eyes, I also carry with me some eye drops. These are specifically for contact lens wearers. but obviously they have normal eye drops as well, just again in case you get like something in your eye and you were like, God, I really wish I had eye drops right now. I always keep some with me, or like these are the ones for contact lens wearers. If I do happen to wear my contacts on the plane and I fall asleep with them in, you know that feeling when you wake up and your eyes are just like, ow, and your like, contacts feel so dry or whatever. These save lives. So like I said, this is another thing, I just kind of like carrying my purse with me too. It's just eye drops because you never know when you might need them. I also carry around a bag with some pens and pencils. Again, you never know if you're going to need a pen or pencil for whatever reason and nobody around you has one, or like I have my planner with me, and if, you know, halfway through the flight I think about something, I have a pen or a pencil available on me to write down whatever I need to write down. So I just keep a little pouch with me full of those. Now these are really nice to keep around. Now I probably wouldn't bring the whole bag with me. I would probably just get a little Ziploc bag and put a few in. But these are Floss Picks. These are just nice to have in case you have something stuck in your teeth. And these are just really convenient to use. I've actually started using these as opposed to just regular floss. I think they're a little bit easier and neater to use. So I would recommend keeping some of these in your bag as well. Again, I probably know this is overkill, but I also keep just a little bag of cotton balls and Q-tips with me, just in case. You never know. I always like to be prepared. Half the time I don't need 3/4 of what I bring, but in the off chance that I would need any of this, it's nice to know that I have it in my bag, just in case. And then of course, make sure you keep a charger on you for your cell phone or your iPad, or your, like I mentioned earlier, a cell phone charger block. Just always make sure you have chargers on you just in case. And then of course I always make sure that I have my headphones with me. I cannot travel anywhere without like listening to music or something. I can't just like sit on a plane and not be listening to something. I don't know, that's just me personally. So I always make sure I have headphones with me. Actually, I normally bring 2 pairs just in case like one pair like splits or something, or stops working for whatever reason, or I lose a pair. Or if you're traveling with a friend or family members and maybe they forgot a pair of headphones, it's always nice to have a backup just in case. And then the last thing I sometimes bring with me, I bring this more with me if I'm like traveling with friends or family, but it's just a headphone split, and this is just in case you want to like listen to the same music as your friend like sitting next to you. You can just like plug this into your iPhone, and then both of you can plug in your headphones to these two, and you can listen to the same song. I don't know, that's just sometimes something that I think to bring, like I said, if I'm traveling with a friend or family member and we want to like listen to the same song, or if, you know, if I got like a movie going on my iPad and we both want to listen to it, it's just kind of a nice thing to have as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Those are just a few things that I normally bring with me in my carry-on. Like I said, this bag's really nice to have. This definitely fits all of everything that I said I would put in it. It fits everything in there just fine. Normally the stuff that I would like to get to quicker, like headphones, mints, lip balm, hand sanitizer, I would put in the outside pockets. And then the stuff that that's a little bit bigger, of course, or that I might not need, I would put here, just because like you don't want to have to be like digging around for your headphones in the bottom of this bag. But this is just a really great bag to have, and I think it's going to be really great for traveling this season. And I hope that some of these tips and tricks and things that I mentioned might help you out. Like I said earlier, some of these might be things that you never thought to bring with you. I just think it's always better to be prepared than to not have what you need in that one moment. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy it, and it really helps me out a lot. If you'd like to see any other like what's in my bag videos, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Or if you guys have any items that you normally bring with you in your carry-on bag for the airplane, or even like for a road trip, because I'm actually getting ready to go on a road trip for Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments below like what you bring with you, if there's anything that I missed. because I'm always interested in hearing from you guys as well. And I hope that you have a great day whenever you're watching this, and I hope that you have safe travels wherever you go this Thanksgiving or Christmas, or Christmas, I guess I should say. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!